Hey guys, welcome back to the channel as we're rehabbing our Gen 1 Raptor. Now, for those of you guys that are new to the channel, hey guys, I'm Helio. This channel is all about us working on a Raptor, taking it on the adventures, and all the DIY projects we do in the middle. And this video series is all about us rehabbing our 2014 Roush Raptor. So yes, it is a supercharged Raptor, and it's also a mid-travel Raptor. It's got SVC's mid-travel kit, front and back. Now, we found this truck in Ohio. So in that first video, we showed you guys getting it back home, and we actually drove it across the country to California. Second video, we showed you guys everything that's wrong with it. Strapping, dent, rubbing, nasty, backwards, wrong strike plate. Look at all that soot. That's broken, missing. Needs bed support, glued it off. Air filter. That's actually normal. Oil leak. Is it an axle? Energy belt leaking. Those are ugly. Hell is that? What is this? Faded. Corrosion, 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 corrosion. Rust, 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 rust. More rust, 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 rust. Pin rust, rust, rust. Pretty rusted out. More rust, 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 rust. And in this video, we're gonna start taking care of some of the items that are wrong with the truck and getting it ready for trails. Starting off with all the engine oils and all that stuff. Now this right here is just the start. We're gonna be covering things like the interior, the exterior, rust, suspension, and everything else. But first, before we get in too deep, let me kind of give you guys an idea and set the tone for this build. 2 years ago, my son made a joke on our 2020 Raptor video when we're talking about the plans for it.
Hey guys, welcome back to Keep It Clean on Street. Today we're going to discuss my new build. Whoa, you guys, we're going to raise this thing 2 feet. We're in powder coat in lime green. Yes, lime green. Lime green. You see these seats? Deleted, don't need them. You see this? Passenger seat? Deleted, don't need it. Interior, lime green. Lime green. Steering wheel, lime green. Mats, lime green.
That joke has turned into a thing, and it's about time we embrace it. So to start off this project, we got this. For this truck, guys, we are embracing the lime green. Just gonna get lime green accents all throughout it. Now, we're not gonna go too crazy, so don't worry. We're trying to be as tasteful as we can with it, so follow along to see how we do it. Now, first up, first item for me that was the priority was the oil change. She's definitely overdue, so we had to do the engine oil change first. Now, unfortunately, in doing that oil change, we did find a little problem, and, well, let me show you what happened. So we do have some kind of oil leak under here. I don't know what this is coming from. You see it on the lines. It's on the starter cables. Huh. It's kind of in a weird spot. That's all cabling. Unless it's that right there. I don't know. You guys kind of see it right. Whatever that sensor is, or dipstick or whatever. Now, we'll get back to the fix on that later. But for now, let's go ahead and finish up the oil change. All right, so that's the oil filter that I use. Use the cheap CarQuest. I don't know why people use cheap oil filters. Wix. Wix is the way to go. And definitely a million times easier.
Yep. It covers the whole thing.
Yeah. Way, way easier to do. It was kind of nice. Overall, not too bad under here. Looks like he did try to hide some rust. So there is some rust here, which I don't like. That kind of sucks. Rust there. It looks to be all surface rust though, thank God. Yeah, overall still looking pretty good still. What the hell is that? Why is that just, that must be remnants from the old setup. Yeah, definitely will need to work with our SVC folks to take care of some of this extra rust and, you know, like take care of stuff like this. Definitely want to take care of that. So we have to figure out a way to clean off some of this extra rust, and I think some of it, we'll just hope that the desert takes care of it. So far, so good. So oil that came out is pretty dark. No shiny stuff though, that's good. Take out the other one. Let's take a look at this other one. Any shiny? Oil looks clean, right?
Yeah, it looks clean for the most part.
How's that look? You should probably open that thing up one of these days.
How do you open this thing up?
You just gotta cut off the top.
Cut off the top?
Now, we ended up using Mobil 1 synthetic. Normally, I use the AMS oil, but I didn't have a chance to get it in time, and I wanted to do the oil change right away on the truck because it has a funky oil weight. It's a 5W20. It's kind of a funky oil weight. It's on having you that, so we did Mobil 1 synthetic.
I hate the fact that it has a catch can. Yeah, see, look how full it is. Why is it supposed to catch oil?
I don't understand the reason for catch cans. I can't find enough good, solid evidence that this actually helps. Everybody says it collects oil, but is that a good thing? Car's already got it, so we got no choice. We got to run it. But I don't get the purpose of this because most of these cars are designed to run and burn a little bit of oil. So go ahead and drop it in there, Ethan. Oh. Oh, yeah, we got to wash this out. Gross. That's been there a while. Ew. Let's get some degreaser in there and let's clean it up before we put it in. How's it looking there? Looks like coffee, huh? It's gross. You a fan of coffee? Coffee? No, I'm good. Okay. You want some more? What's that from? Fifth Element. Commercial! I still think the jury's out on these. I don't think there's enough evidence for catch cans to actually offer any benefit, except for collecting oil, which, like I said, is that really a bad thing for the engine if these engines are designed to burn a little bit? So we ended up cleaning it up. It's no longer dirty. Yeah, what the fuck is that? Now we get to turn it on and make sure we didn't fuck up.
Oh, that will putting coolant, whatever the windshield
coolant.
Water in the truck.
Washer fluid.
Windshield washer fluid. Putting water in the truck.
She was empty.
No, she got thirsty now.
Because there's no chug.
No.
Go.
I think that's worse.
Any of this leaking?
Oh,
There we go. It's a guy thing.
beat the devil out of it.
Now, next up in the oil changes was the transfer case. Very simple oil change. This time the wife helped me out. We already have a video on how to do this, so if you guys want to check that out, we'll link it here. But make sure you guys check it out. It's a very simple process, and it's an area you should do. Oil looks pretty good.
What oil?
The oil that's coming out right now looks pretty good. It also means that they filled it up to the correct level, which is good.
There's no oil coming out. I'm making an appointment to get my hair did.
You should.
I'm gonna go to a salon. Get like layers put in.
God damn it, I made a mess.
You made a mess?
Yeah, can I get the... Oh, shit, did I forget my rag?
You forgot your rag? Damn it, honey. Why you gotta do this to me? Make me get up and down. How many rags do you want?
Just give me a few.
Because I'm like not getting up again.
Make sure you use some thread sealing before you put these back. I think I have this linked on my Amazon page. Just clean up the threads here, clean up the threads there, and reapply. Yeah, look how dirty that is. Hey, sweetie.
Hi.
Can you look in the top drawers of my toolbox and give me a pick?
What the fuck? Do I look like Ethan?
No.
Christian?
You're much prettier than him.
Put all the oil back in it?
Not yet. Almost.
There's a lot of blue under here. What's the blue pipe in the thingy for?
What blue?
There's a blue like pipe thing that goes through.
I think that's for the power steering.
I like that color blue.
Do you know?
I'd buy a car just because it was that color. What
Just
color did you order on the TRX?
black.
We could have matching trucks.
We could have got the blue, but kind of wanted to have something that could be easily wrapped as well.
Don't make it look like a CD.
No, I don't like that look.
You should wrap it like a hot pink.
Like a what?
Hot pink. You would never be tempted to drive my truck. Are you gonna need me to like get anything else? I feel like I'm talking to the truck. Honey, that don't look right.
What don't look right?
What you doing? It really doesn't look right. I got dirt on my shirt. Hair did. What color it?
What color are you gonna go? Only gonna embrace the gray?
Fuck no. Hell no. I'm gonna fight it with my last breath. If I had known that I was gonna be teleworking for over a year, probably would have gone purple.
You still can. Ah, son of a bitch.
Oh, it's red. Why is it red? Why'd you squeeze? Oh no.
Because the way you handed it to me.
What are you talking about? Oh, it's on me. Ew.
Seriously.
Ew. Wiping it on your truck. It squeezes the bottle when you take it.
When somebody doesn't fucking get close enough to them. That's how.
Seriously.
Sweetheart, you're like really far away.
Well, I'm not getting under there with you. And I can't get closer because you put all your tools here.
Sweetheart,
Yeah?
you can put away most of those tools.
Oh, who's putting away shit? I'm running out. I'm only here because I thought you'd get lonely without the boys.
Of course I would.
It's not the same without your smartass kid.
Ethan, smart-ass kid's gotta work. He's gotta earn his keep.
When I had to go back to work for those 3 days, I thought I was going to die.
Why?
I didn't have my iPad. I couldn't watch movies. And you're like playing in the kitty litter.
I got no choice. Just waiting for this to settle. I think it's done.
I shaved my legs last night.
Woohoo!
Yay! Ethan was making fun of me yesterday, so I had to shave him. Are you done filling it up?
Yeah,
Is this the 10 mil? Can I lose this one?
it's the half inch.
You dropped something. Did you drop the soap?
You're so wrong.
I've been told that many times. But that's why you married me, honey. Did you marry me for that or my boobs?
Both?
Probably. Bad at it. Wow, you sure knew how to make a mess.
Right?
When you make a mess, you make one really well.
Yep. All right, this is done. Yeah, I'm not gonna put the skid plate back on. I'm gonna clean off that skid plate, get as much rust as I can off of it, and then we'll put that back on.
Don't go off-roading.
Next up, we did the rear differential oil. Now, this is a video we've done before. Went ahead and updated the video and took down our old one because there was a lot of lessons learned here. So make sure you guys check that video out. A lot of lessons learned on how to replace the diff cover and what to do to make sure it doesn't leak.
Oh, no, that's really off.
So be careful, because they pop off really easy. Definitely over torqued it, and now we gotta drill it out. Okay, when you finish, it's not a bad idea to mark all the bolts. What color do we use? Lime green!
God, now I'm fucking embarrassed.
We also did the front diff. Now, we had a lot of questions from you guys on how to do the front diff, so we did a short video on that too. Very simple process. Make sure you go check that video out. Also an area that commonly gets neglected. There it is. Now, the next item we took care of was the exhaust. We put a custom exhaust on the truck. The exhaust that was on there before was really loud. I mean, it sounded like a farm truck with a massive exhaust. It's a little loud. It was just really, really loud, really obnoxious. And while it sounded really cool for the first 5 minutes when you step on it, driving it across the country was quite annoying with that exhaust. And I know a lot of you younger guys want to keep that kind of exhaust, but for me, I'm old. I'm always on the road with this thing. We're always doing long drives to the middle of nowhere. Last thing I needed was a drone of that exhaust, because it was loud, guys. I was scaring people on the freeway loud. Like, if we were cruising right next to each other and I just stomped on the ground, I saw people jump out of the seats. It was so loud. Now, to take care of the exhaust, we went down to a shop in Orange County. He's called the OC Muffler Man, and he built us a custom exhaust for the truck. We let him know what we wanted. He added a resonator, built a custom exhaust in front of us, man. It was so cool to see. He only did this in a couple hours. All the work we got from him was top notch, all stainless steel. Highly, highly recommend this gentleman's work. I've had a couple of custom exhausts over the years, and his by far is the best work I've seen on an exhaust system. Best part right there. What's cool about this too, guys, is he actually made this custom right here, right in front of us. Just kind of cool. That sounds so much better. It's not all raspy. That just sounds mean now.
It sounds like it's throwing up.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck, that sounds good, man. Now, she sounds so much better. A lot of you guys may disagree, but to me, that sounds so much better. And that extra noise you're hearing, guys, one, it's a supercharger, and second, it's the Howe power steering pump. My Howe pump is a little bit louder than most, so that's another area we're gonna address in another video. Now, Now let's go ahead and back and address that oil dipstick issue. We tried to take care of it ourselves, but things didn't go so well. Here, let me show you what happened. We discovered this while we were trying to do an oil change. We found that the bottom of the engine had some oil off to one side, and in further inspection, we found that the previous owner tried to do a patch to a leaking tube. When we started doing some more reviews, we found a couple other things that were wrong here. First of all, if you guys look right there, the way the dipstick is being held is incorrect. You're supposed to use that tab there to the left. Here they have a little hose clamp and they're bolting it right there to where it's supposed to be bolted. So that was the first sign that something's wrong. Second sign that something's wrong is if you look down there, it's zip tied. It's not supposed to be zip tied to anything. We're gonna attempt to remove it. Now, this looks fairly small. This doesn't look that big, but everything I've read says that you have to disconnect the motor mount and push the engine out of the way or remove the headers in order to install this. I don't know why you would have to do that, but yeah, we're gonna try to do it without it. Let's see if it works. Maybe it'll work. You couldn't have done this when Ethan was here. Now we've already cleaned some of the oil off, but you can still see there's some residue. See that black part right there? That's the old dipstick. And it looks like the previous owner tried to use some silicone to keep it from leaking. And unfortunately, it's made it worse. And what makes it worse, see how it goes through the motor mount? So that also makes it a little bit difficult to snake in. And that's why most people say you gotta support the engine, disconnect the motor mount. That's the only way to make it work. I don't know. We're gonna give it a try. So that's the bolt we gotta get out. We tried doing it with this, but it didn't work. We couldn't get the right angle to get in there. We're gonna use this to get it out, and hopefully we can get it out with the ratchet, but it's like little turns at a time. It's gonna be a bitch to get out because of how it was installed. Whoever did this is an ass. Oh my god, freaking 8 turn at a time. And it's a rough bolt. If by mile 8 turn at a time. Mother bitch.
5 hours later.
So we ended up giving up because you can get the old piece out. It's pretty jammed in there. It's very difficult to get it out. And what we found is the reason why it's leaking is because this space right here is missing that O-ring, the little white O-ring. It's missing, and it's also bent down here. We can get out of the oil pan about this much, but there's still about an inch in there that we can't pull out because the motor mount gets in the way. So I think we're going to have a professional shop do it and do it right. We ended up talking to a few shops about this, and unfortunately, it was the prices were crazy. We found out why the previous owner didn't fix this. Those shops that were willing to attempt the repair were quoting us $1,600 because of the level of work involved. Some of you guys that are watching this probably tried it before. You have to disconnect the engine mount, there's a lot of work in order to do this, and you're talking a big job, and most automotive shops didn't want to take it. So we failed pretty miserable. We did talk to the guys down at SVC, and this is something that they had come in contact before, especially set up with headers, and they hooked us up with their shop, which is I think House of Alignments, I think is they were called. I forget the shop's name, but they were able to do the alignment and remove the old dipstick and install a brand new braided one in only a few hours. They knew exactly what they were doing, and now we got a solution that works. So that's how we got it fixed, guys. I'd highly recommend that shop too, because they're the shop that everybody uses to do the upper alignments anyways. They're very experienced with that, and they were able to take care of my dipstick in no time. So you guys can see our old dipstick now got replaced with a braided one. A new braided one. Look at that thing. Much easier to take in and out. Secures down at the bottom, so you don't have to worry about anything else. And then it snakes up the engine. A little bit easier to snake up there. And it's really the only thing you can run with headers. You gotta have that flexible one with headers. Alright guys, that's it for this video. I know we covered a lot, and there are a couple areas that we missed. In a future video, we are gonna address the transmission fluid. We are gonna change that out. We are gonna address improving the cooling of the transmission and doing the bypass valves. We're gonna do a whole video dedicated just on that. We also didn't talk about the power steering. That is another area we're gonna take care of. We're actually thinking of maybe possibly doing a swap on that oil, or most likely changing out the pump altogether to get it a little bit quieter. There really is a lot more to come on the Gen 1 Rehab, guys, so make sure you guys stay tuned. We got a lot more to show you guys. If you guys want to get a sneak peek of what we're doing, make sure you guys follow us on Instagram or TikTok. We're posting a ton of stuff of all the stuff we're doing to the truck there, and you guys get a preview ahead of what's on here on YouTube, because I am a little behind on YouTube because I've been having so much fun working on the truck. That's it, guys. If you guys have any questions or comments, put them below. Don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching.